Hello, and everyone. Welcome back to the Roundtable podcast. This is not really an episode I wish we had to do. Unfortunately, current events have forced us to have an episode this week to talk about it. I will now be sharing my screen because there are a few stories I want to go through, all about the same thing that happened in Spain. As BBC News so kindly put it, in their words, Spanish woman dies by euthanasia after long legal battle with father. Now, the BBC News, and the way they put it, does not tell even close to the full story, and is very much them trying to put a spin on it that makes it seem as if the father was going against his own daughter's wishes, and Spain did the heroic thing. There are comments to that effect because people are not actually getting good news anymore and believe everything they see online. Let's go through a few other takes on this issue. Let's go over what her friend said. I wanted to change her mind. Friend's tears for gang rape victim who died by euthanasia at age 25. The effects of this case say more about the situation in Spain and the rest of the Western world than I would currently like. This woman, who was recently put to death by her government, was raped on two occasions that we know of. Once by her ex-boyfriend, and the second time by three Muslims in 2022, after the government took her away from her parents and put her in a home. She did go to the people in charge of the facility, who did not want to report it because it would give immigrants a bad name to report crimes like this. After being refused any help, she attempted suicide by jumping out of the fifth floor window of the building. It left her paralyzed from the waist down, and she suffered severe chronic and incapacitating pain. Now, the medical reports that we have been given from the Spanish government said that there was no possibility of improvement, and she then requested euthanasia 2 years later. Her father blocked the procedure in the courts, and earlier this month, it was rejected because, and I quote from her attorney, her organs had already been slated to be used for other people. Let's now look at a video. Hospital. Hope of improving that is paralyzed from the waist down.
Wait, she was walking?
She was fully walking and showing remarkable improvement by the time the Spanish government executed this woman for the crime of being raped by immigrants. As you can see, this is not normal state, no improvement. This is remarkable improvement of a woman that could have had a vibrant and long life. I will want the video continue to play out till the end. As we go through this, I also want to bring up another fact of the case. There were many people that loved this woman and tried to see her to talk her out of this. The government denied most requests to see her from pretty much everybody, including a last-minute request from her best friend and childhood friend who wanted to show her how much love she was getting on social media to try to talk her out of it. As you can see from the video currently playing, this is not someone that is paralyzed from the waist down and will never walk again or show improvement. They do not have chronic pain, but she has also been smiling through this video.
What a shame. A couple of years and she would have been fine. Well, not fine, fine. She probably would have needed.
Now, I want to show you one final video that I think should be on every news station in the world and should get Spain so many consequences that it as a country has to capitulate, offer the family immediate and total payment of whatever amount they deem necessary for their emotional suffering, get the rapists executed, and have a cascade effect against the entire Spanish government and every facility that allowed this. This is a video from her attorney. I do not think I will be talking during the video. I will just let it play.
There's no audio.
There was no audio during this because of something to do with my stream, but it was all in Spanish, and most of you are English speakers. The translation at the bottom was from the news station, well, the streamer that this was going through. A euthanasia committee and a hospital that fully supports euthanasia push through a execution of a young woman so that they could harvest her organs and make money from it, with full support from the Spanish government. There are, in my opinion, no true words that encapsulate what happened here. I would now like to share an image of every organization and facility and person that allowed this tragedy to take place. I have verified all of these on my own time, but I do not feel that any of these people should be spared the spotlight or the publicity that should bring them under fire. Pardon any pronunciation issues I have. This is not my language. Albert Tuca, Frances Jose Maria, Fonterrad Gardula, Eva Molta Gardula,
Guardiola. Yeah, Guardiola.
Guardiola. You do know Spanish. Would you mind taking over on the pronunciation?
I don't know Spanish, but I can pronounce these, and probably Alex can too.
Yeah.
Yeah, you go for it, Alex.
Fonterrey de Guardiola, Eva Malta Guardiola, Montserrat Colominas, Hospital Felix Miro, Hospital Sant Camille, Tribunal Supremo of Spain, would be the Supreme Court of Spain, High Court of Justice of Catalonia, Tribunal Constitucional, the medical team, Child Protection Sistanian System, European Court of Human Rights, the ECHR.
These are the organizations and people that have allowed this to take place. The woman herself, it has been reported, was having second thoughts about this and had brought it up to her own medical team. They reassured her and told her that she was doing the right thing. This I have also verified myself. This is a tragedy that I personally do not have the eloquence to describe in the way it deserves. But I needed to shed spotlight on it on the only platform that I have that can do so. This woman should not be forgotten, and this should not be forgiven. Those are my closing words, and I will allow Alex and Sam to say anything that they have to say about this before I close it out.
I'll say this: it's not just the people and institutions you linked. It is also her mother and grandmother. You see, while her father was trying to go through the legal battle and trying to save her, she was fighting back, trying to win the case to get her to get euthanasia. And her mom and grandmother were reported to have accepted it, even though they disagreed with it. They did not fight hard enough for their own blood. And I think that's the worst of all. Imagine if your own parent wants to kill you or doesn't stop it.
Or they don't seem to care enough about you to say, no, this is not the right thing.
Every single person who's been depressed and fights through it and they eventually reach their 40s, 50s will tell you that when they look back on those days, they were happy that people told them to push through. They were happy people didn't give up on them because they didn't actually want to die. They were just really sad and didn't see a reason why they could live. But here you have the girl's mother and her grandmother just, okay, yeah, sure, do it. This whole story is awful.
I do wonder if it will be eventually buried and we never find out the perpetrators that basically they destroyed her life. I do wonder what the sentence will be for them. I sincerely doubt it.
There's no prosecution efforts towards them.
Yeah, it's like I sincerely wonder if their organs would be harvested. That's millions of dollars right there. But I sincerely doubt that's going to be the case.
Yeah, what a thing to say. Like, yeah, we can't stop this because her organs are already on a list. Like, what? What do you? That is no reason to continue. If she says she wants to live, then she wants to live. There's no yes or no about it. I'm surprised like her father didn't just go in guns blazing. But then again, Europe is a disarmed society. So
Not just simply disarmed in the sense of they don't have access to firearms, they're also mentally disarmed. As Yuri Bezmenov would put it, they have been demoralized. Or no, yeah.
no, you had it right.
Yeah, I couldn't remember if he used the word demoralized or demoralization, what the word was.
A disarmed, demoralized, and depraved society that has allowed itself to fall into greed, fear, and weakness. Spain has fallen, people, and most of Europe will continue alongside it. This is the Roundtable Podcast signing off.